junior architecture major minoring in Chinese.
My name is Rob Aslan, and I am currently a fifth-year student studying civil engineering and architecture.
My name is Billy Howell. I'm a mechanical engineering major, and I'm minoring in aerospace engineering, computer science, and Asian studies.
My name is Ali Kowalski. I'm a global studies major and a business minor.
My name is Tom McMurtry, and I'm an architecture major.
My name is Andrew Mayer. I'm a dual degree architecture and civil engineering major.
I decided to become involved with the Chinese Bridge project because I had to choose an area of studies for the global studies major. I chose Asian studies, so the project fit perfectly. And I was also interested in working with an interdisciplinary group of students.
Well, seeing as I'm an architecture major and this had some design opportunities and another opportunity to go to China since I'd been there the summer before for the Lehigh and Shanghai program and just loved it, so I wanted to go back. So this was perfect.
Initially, the thing that most interested me in the Chinese Bridge project was the design aspects, specifically being able to design a pedestrian bridge. Being a civil engineer and architect, one of my possible career paths in the future is the design of the bridge design and structural elements. So it seemed like something that would be an excellent opportunity. You get to travel to China, study traditional techniques, and hopefully it would prove beneficial in my future.
I think that the Chinese Bridge project is really interesting because it has something to do with China, which is where I come from, and I feel like that I should take a part of it. And since it's an engineering project, it fits my major. So.
Well, I was excited about studying bridges first off, and to be able to study the ancient Chinese methods of constructing a bridge was really what brought me to the project.
I decided to become involved because I was looking for programs to go to China over the summer, and it was one of the options. It seemed like the right thing to do, and it seemed interesting because it was merging so many interdisciplinary things together.
Right now I'm working on a proposal for bridge and site. So I've been working on things like the site study and the landscape architecture side of things, and basically working on taking ancient Chinese garden design techniques and then applying it to our contemporary campus context.
I'm currently working on the digital components of the project, which is to organize the videos and photos that we took during the summer and throughout the semester. I'm also working on a project to digitalize all the artifacts that we have from the rare collections. Basically, we built a 3D model of them and try to put them in a virtual museum.
I've helped out with interviewing and some of the things for the website, but I'm more looking forward to the design studio that's next spring, where we'll be working on more of the design aspect of this whole project and examining the bridge and all of that, and it's much more up my alley.
At the moment, I'm not actually in the Digital Bridges class, but I am preparing to partake in the Chinese Bridge Project Studio in the spring, working on structural analysis calculations, as well as some of the design aspects of configuring the Rainbow Bridge in a new way to design something for the studio.
Currently in the Digital Bridge class, I'm helping to organize all the information and all the stuff that we've done over the last year, put it on a website. The goal of the website is to take everything that we've done in the past and organize it in one place where students can come get information about our goals, ongoing events, and our goals for the future, what we want to do in the next year, the upcoming studio, continued design, and the next trip to China this summer.
For the Digital Bridge class, I'm currently working on interviewing students and professors associated with the project, and next semester I'll be working on the public relations for the project.
Definitely. In China, there, a lot of things were different, and I mean that's to be expected. just because the two cultures are very different. But I mean, that's all, you know, sort of what I had hoped to learn about when I visited China.
I don't know about culture shocks. I feel like maybe that happened the first time around, but it was still surprising to see things like, well, I don't know, we were asked for autographs at the expo by a bunch of like little girls and things like this, so that was definitely pretty interesting.
No.
I wouldn't necessarily say culture shock. There are definitely a lot of things that after living in China for 7 weeks that you begin to realize you miss from being back home. Things like drinkable tap water and certain foods that just you can't find in China that you really begin to appreciate. But I mean, culture shock, not really. I mean, I was going to China, I realized it would be a very different place, so.
The food was interesting, to say the least, and I don't know, people taking pictures of me and stuff like that was a little strange.
I enjoyed working with the Tongji and USTD students this summer because they were really enthusiastic and really helpful with navigating the city.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, all the Chinese students were really bright. I mean, the only thing that never made it difficult was the communication barrier, which was not even that great, considering they're all very good at speaking and understanding English. I mean, so working with the students was a lot of fun.
The students we worked with were all really great. They were really friendly, really helpful. They were a lot more formal. So they seemed like a little more timid sometimes, but they were all really welcoming in general.
I think we had a little bit more contact with the Tongji students just because we worked on the bridge with them. It was very fun to work with students like Alex, who got very involved with the bridge project. They have a great work ethic, and it was fun to become friends with them. Like I said, you know, there's certainly a different environment in the universities over there than what there are here. Their living conditions are somewhat different than what we experience at Lehigh, and that was one of the major things that I noticed. But you know, they are college kids and they enjoy doing all the same things that we do. So
I think it's a great experience because I don't really get to work with students from China before, since I moved here when I was 10. So yeah, I think that was a really great experience.
I definitely enjoyed working with them, and for example, our friend Alex, you know, who's always helping us with the bridge and the windmill and everything, he was really helpful and definitely really friendly, welcoming, and I don't know if we really noticed any differences other than it's just pretty formal, and I don't know, everyone was just very welcoming though still.
My favorite activity at Tongji University was working on the bridge model. It was nice to have something tangible that the whole project was based off of.
My favorite activity was probably the internship that I got to be involved in. I've had internships in America before, and it was interesting to see the difference between the two work environments. And also it was, you know, we worked on like a couple different projects, and it was like eye-opening for me, especially being transferring into architecture, that I got to like learn a lot of things from other people.
I like the bridge building part because we actually get to design and to test it.
well, we were involved in the short architectural internship, which was a great experience. And I think that was one of the major experiences that I really enjoyed, as well as getting the chance to work with some of the students and professors.
I'd probably say building the bridge. I thought that was really interesting, and once again just ties back into working with the Tongji students.
My favorite activity was being able to and build our bridge model and test it. I wish we had a little more time to do more of that, but I think the testing that we got done was beneficial, and just the experience and actually being able to build a model will prove to be beneficial in the future.
The ability to walk around and take pictures like crazy, that was the biggest thing for me, because I always have my camera on my hip, and just being able to document the experiences that I had, you know, endless amounts of pictures.
Just in general, I'd say noticing like all the little differences and I don't know, just cultural differences and differences in everyday life, and just different approaches that people take. It's just an interesting contrast that makes us pay attention to ourselves more and our culture too.
I guess my favorite part is after the program ended, I went traveling around, went exploring by myself. I think that was the best part because I get to go to the Aerospace Museum in Beijing and then go to Xi'an and climb the Hashan mountains and different stuff like that.
My favorite part of China was traveling to the smaller cities. It was nice to get out of the city since it was so busy. This summer when we were at Tongji, Billy and some of the other boys bought a bike. So traveling to classes, I got to ride in the back of Billy's bike, which was really helpful since the campus was so big and traveling outside the city gates.
My favorite part of China was probably visiting, going outside of Shanghai and visiting Suzhou and Tongli. But also I went to Hong Kong afterwards, and that was really interesting because it was so different from mainland China because of like the British influence, and it was a lot more tropical and warm and lovely.
It's a hard one. I mean, the whole trip was so much fun, and there were so many great experiences and memories that I'll have for the rest of my life that, I mean, I guess in general, just being able to travel, be able to explore the city, being able to go and visit all the traditional kind of landmarks and all the great palaces and gardens. And so I guess my favorite part was just being able to travel and experience a different culture.